Me and Sean Boyd from Just Therapy, the podcast. I got to talk to you about Detroit Auto Parts. They're the official parts store of Redline Radio. They have two convenient locations, one on the east side. You can call 216 531 7373, or the west side, 216 398 7373. Don't forget to mention Redline Radio and you receive 10% off your purchase. Make sure you hit up Detroit Auto Parts. Check them out.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Shy from She Vibes, and Growing Wings Adult Services is the official sponsor of the State of the Art Studio 2. Growing Wings Adult Services have 5 years of experience of taking care of adults with disabilities. For more information, call Lisa at 234-334-7547. And don't forget to tune in to She Vibes on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. EST.
Yo, Dave, I really appreciate you letting me do my thing over here at Redline Radio LLC.
Tim, ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Hey, well, you know I love them chicken wings. I got a couple buddies that's trying to come on and do a podcast. You got anything for them?
Heck yeah, we do. Just have them give me a call.
Bet. I'll have them call 440-503-0828.
Tim, don't forget to tell them that we're available on all social media platforms.
And you can't forget about the Redline Radio LLC app on the Google Play Store.
Damn, how'd I forget about that?
You was probably thinking about them little people again.
Damn, I probably was.
That's cool. They just trying to be a part of the winningest radio station in Cleveland.
And we got the hardware to prove it.
What's going on, everybody? Lee Money here from Money's Crazy Mind. And I don't know about you guys, but I know that sometimes after my trash has been picked up, man, does my garbage can smell like, well, trash. Well, if you have the same problem that I'm having, then you can reach out to Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning LLC. They offer trash can cleaning and pressure washing. Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning is locally owned, eco-friendly trash can cleaning service in Northwest Ohio, serving North Ridgeville and the surrounding areas. You can reach Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning LLC at 440-752-1533 or at their website, ftbcusa.com, or you can email Brandon at ftbcusa.com, or you can check them out on Facebook, FTBCUSA. And of course, if you mention Redline Radio while you book a service, you receive 10% off the first service. That's an awesome deal. And don't forget to reach out to Fitz's Trash Bin Cleaning Service LLC today.
People, welcome back. It's Saturday, January 21st, the year 2023. Redline Radio, LL. It is the show, and I am Paho Pablo, joined by the livest, rawest, dopest team in the entire world, galaxy, universe, heavens, hell, and all in between, purgatory included. You will find us there, and we'll be dominating. I'm joined by one of the queens of the show.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, you already know what to do. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up? You know me by now. It's your girl, Adrian Sorrell, radio broadcaster, professional model, actress. I can now add brand ambassador to that because she hooked that goddamn contract. I hooked that contract.
Not Lord, not the Lord.
Stylist and actress. Y'all know where to follow me at I_am_Adrian Sorrell. And I'm going to pass it to your boy, Slick Nick.
Slick Nick from the 216. What's going on, y'all? Y'all can follow that on IG. You know, jack of many trades, not all of them. Barber, graphic logo designer, shirts, of course, hoodies, outfits, whatever, you know. Tap in, see what's going on.
What up? Good.
Yeah.
Sexy Deli.
I can't.
All that need to be said. So I want to start off the show
I can't find it.
by giving a disclaimer. Actually, I'm gonna give a speech. And this is for all of our listeners, sponsors, and for anybody that cares about the show. Because we care about you.
Exactly.
So hey, can I get some like presidential music or something in the background, man? I need something real regal.
Like Captain America music.
Yeah, some Captain America
Not
music.
Captain America.
Yeah.
Killing me in that dog.
Not Captain America. Oh,
I
y'all
do this all day.
yours said too many meanings. I thought we had important messages.
They were important. All of them
I
were.
was like, I can't. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
Oh, I found the link. Is this the link?
that's one of them. We got my presidential music. You got my presidential music? Because I got to get very astute right now.
Oh, I see.
That's good. As you all know, this is a TMI show. It's just I am one of the hosts of the show, leader of the show, Pajo Pablo, president of TMI Entertainment. I have some special words I would like to deliver to all of our listeners, our sponsors, everyone that cares about the show, because we care about you. Yes, we do. Now, on the TMI show, our derivative is, and our mission is always to give you too much information about whatever topics we're talking about, whether it's serious, whether it's funny, whether it's sexual, whether it's male, female, intelligent, educated, political, religious. I said political, religious, whatever it may be. We want to give you information on it. Not only information, but we also deliver our personal opinions on it. Because why? We're people. We're free speakers. Hey, what is going on in my ear? Somebody
That's
stop
me.
this.
I'm sorry.
Stop. You're interrupting my speech. Back to it. All right. So, political ideals. And through all of this, we also have opinions the same way you do. Why? Because we have free speech. We're all Americans. We're all here in the United States, and we have free speech. But free speech comes with responsibility. Now, moving forward on the TMI show, not saying, hey, this will happen, but we will try. We'll make a concerted effort. Dig deep. Reach into our minds. Reach into our intelligent banks. And use all different types of words that put smiles on your faces, to make you clutch your pearls, to make you say, man, those guys really know what they're talking about. Or those people on TMI, they're having a really good time. So, without further ado, these are some words that we will try to refrain from or try to use less of. Fuck. Fucking so many terms. People say it's a bad fucking word. Fuck. But we will try to use less of the word fuck on TMI because we give a fuck. I mean, I'm sorry, we care. Another word that we will try to refrain from, even though we weren't the first ones to use it. We put an A at the end of it, but for those that particularly don't favor this color that I wear, they put an ER on it. But for some reason, those are the people that get offended. So, the word nigger, or whatever you want to call it,
we need to rip it there.
yeah, deep down. We will, from the gut,
You're going to say ninja now.
straight from the KKK rally or a Trump rally, depending on what part you were in. We will certainly try, my nigga, just try not to use as much of it. Other words such as shit, ass, bitch, which is a female dog scientifically. Just saying.
Not a person.
Not a person. Thank you. We will try not to use that much of it because we want to give a fuck
About you.
Thank you.
I hate y'all. I hate y'all.
Now, words such as, for the religious people, goddamn. For anybody that wants to know what a damn is, it reframes and stops water
I was gonna
from
say,
flooding your village.
I don't know if people know that.
Now-
It's a body of water.
Now,
It's a body of water.
from what I understand, God, the Lord, is all powerful. He's all powerful. And I do believe that God has the power of a dam to stop water.
Because water was on
Can I
the water
not
was
say
on the
that
earth
either?
first before we got here.
Shit. Fuck, you making sense.
The whole world was
We
water.
care.
We going back underwater when God come back. God
Exactly.
saying that.
He flooded the world. But nobody said, damn God. They said,
We're
Goddamn.
about to start talking about Atlantis now.
we could be. We could be.
And then
It seems like that's where we going with it.
Yeah.
Atlantis.
But for all of the other words that you may consider profane and shocking, it's too much for you to hear, even though I'm pretty sure all of you have seen rated R movies and didn't have a problem with it. I'm pretty sure a large majority of you watch porn. I'm pretty sure when you're yelling at your kids, you use it. But fuck.
Aggravating.
We're going to try to keep you happy because we don't want to lose any sponsors across the station any money.
Being niggas.
Okay,
Fuck!
I can't take that. I'm gonna follow Brandon up with our listeners and just on behalf of TMI, we are going to issue an apology. Last week got crazy, we got emotional, and some people got offended. I want
It
you
is.
to understand we do not take rape as a joke. We
At all.
understand that there are people out there who have experienced that. Some have gone to the authorities and some have not. Like as I said on the show, I am one of them. So we do stand united with you. We don't want you to think we think this is joke.
At all.
We love you.
Nobody deserves that
We support
under
you.
any circumstance.
And the Me Too segment, we support that too.
There's nothing else to be said after that. Real.
All right, yeah, seriously though, there's nobody ever deserves that. It don't matter what your race, creed, what you wearing, how you present yourself. Nobody deserves to have their fucking body violated in any matter.
Right on.
Amen.
So, now, how's everybody's week going?
Don't do that. I just told you I had my week.
I know.
At the end of it,
It's Saturday.
we worked hard.
I got a 2-car accident yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like back to back. It was crazy. The same exact way.
What the hell?
Don't nobody like.
They don't.
Don't nobody
I got hit by a car last week.
Don't nobody
But physically got hit by a
If
car last
whatever
week.
is wrong with your car, you need to park that in the driveway and don't pick it up again.
No. It's me. No, my body physically got hit by a car last week.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. I know it's kind of crazy, but yeah, I gotta make this deal with that.
Brandon, I want to point this
Somebody
out.
trying to pay you.
Forgive me, y'all, when I
Somebody
say
trying
that.
to pay you some money.
It's not them.
Oh, yeah, retrograde or whatever.
Retrograde is finally over. Let's clap for that.
No, bro, that's a lawsuit.
Excuse
Somebody
No, but
trying to
look,
pay you some money.
no. Both times. The first time I got yesterday, I'm at a red light. This car, for some reason, just backs up. Boom, bow, hits my shit. Excuse me. Stuff, car, vehicle.
Your vehicle.
My vehicle. And they hit my
I
vehicle.
even got
Very
married
nice
about the restrictions. I don't even be doing much talking. You can be the one that's gonna be breaking your own rules.
That's why I said.
Call me the United States government.
Oh, you Jamie Foxx.
That's why I said.
I'm the president.
Breaking all rules.
Not you that have to worry about that.
I'm the boss of the job.
I think
I'll make the rules and break them myself.
I think it's be more than
America. I am an example. I'm living, and I am just here to sacrificially be the example, to sacrifice myself, because I was trying to use a big word, to sacrifice myself to be the embodiment of what the United States government is.
when you sacrifice yourself for the better.
That's what I do all the time. Yeah. And so apparently they wanted to sacrifice the front of my car for the bag of nails yesterday. And so yeah, they just backed up into my joint. Wow, hit it. And so I'm thinking that they're about to, like, because it was the red light, they pulled to the right. I'm behind them. I'm thinking about they about to pull over so we can exchange information. No,
They kept going.
they kept going, and then they bust the next light. And then here's the kicker: I saw her eyes in her rear view and how big they got, and she had the whole I better get up out of here look on her face.
So
I know why. That's the I know why you got insurance. Look.
But I'm gonna say it. They said, "Freak you, young sir."
Yeah.
No. You
said
Young
Negro.
black man.
She said, "Suck my eggplant."
Wait, but for her eyes to get that big, saw them through the rearview mirror.
She had on glasses.
Oh yeah.
Right.
She
They were magnified.
You know what you did.
She had no insurance in the show.
Exactly. It was written all over her face.
It was written all over her face.
And so then, an hour and a half later, maybe 2 hours later, I'm getting off on 480 about to get on Broadway. I'm behind a car at a red light. Same thing. This car, I'm just sitting there. And then I saw this car slowly backing up. And so I'm like, wait, no, this is not happening again. So I started beating my horn. I'm like, I'm like, hear my horn.
Now you heard the horn.
Nothing told you.
I'm like, this is not going to happen again.
You didn't.
Wow.
Why you didn't reverse?
And I literally screamed out.
He said, "Freak out."
Why is this happening?
But here's the crazy part though. My rage, and this is how God worked. My mom was like, "Please be a dude," because I pulled up because I was going to pull their body out of the car and place it under my feet. But I pulled up, and it was a woman.
Oh man!
And then I did this. I pushed the steering wheel and I drove away. Because at that point in time, I had to get some money. And I was like, this is the second time it happened. I just want to go home. That's why I sent y'all a text. And I said what happened. I made my money, had to handle some business, and I sat in the dark place for hours. No, I did not. I literally sat in a dark place. Like, I made sure it was dark. I had a chair and I sat there because I could not physically assault anyone.
Oh man!
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
Probably.
because if that was a male, at that point in time, I would not be here right now. I would be sitting in a cell downtown Cleveland, probably with blood stains still on my fingertips and knuckles, smiling, still laughing, like I can't believe it.
Probably praying to be on crack.
No.
We can spread some crack on the out of here.
Yeah. So
That's some type of other hardcore drugs.
but yeah. So that was the end of my week. So now I'm here. Yeah, it was
about y'all week.
but
I'm happy you made it through the week, brother.
But here's the dope part about it. The week started off with the Connected streaming series. We hit back on set. We filmed our first scene on Sunday. Shout out to everybody in the show. You know what I'm saying? The entire cast. You feel me? So many people, I ain't gonna name individual names, but everybody came in, showed out. We're gonna be back on set soon in a couple weeks. If you ain't a part of the show yet, you want to get part of the show. All the major roles are still, but if you want to be an extra and be a dead body or something, holler at your boy. I will put you on there. You heard? So
Can I be a bear rug? Can I be a bear rug?
sure can, Tim. You sure fucking but you can.
Let me just be the businessman. You know, I want to roll up in a nice little.
You gonna get killed.
I have to give you a role that fits your, that actually fits you.
You don't know what the Connected is. If you are that businessman is gonna end up there, I promise you.
Don't kill me, y'all. Please don't. I just
Oh, you don't want to die on the show, Nick?
No.
I guess you just don't want to be on this show.
Oh, it's like that.
I already had plans.
He said already had.
You really don't know.
I'll stay in my lane. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you just have to.
I'm gonna go at somewhere safe.
Hey, but you know what's crazy though?
Anybody that's coming on the show right now
Hey,
gonna get killed.
But here's the
I'm gonna
thing
be
though.
honest with you.
But here's the thing though. This is how crazy Hollywood or just the entertainment industry work. Period. Right? You gotta be literally careful about what you say, right? Or you know who you know. because I'm I'm not a D-list celebrity. I'm like a Q-list. I'm like far down the alphabet. I'm working my way up though, right? But I still know people. I know people that know people that know people that know people that know people, right? Right. I'm real cool with LL Cool J's best friends, uncles, third baby mama's mailman. A lot of connections. You feel me? A lot of connections. You feel me? Not that far removed, right?
Must being around the way, girl.
Fighting the head though. But look though. But it's crazy because like some people will see this interview and be like, oh, Nick, he don't want to die. He don't want to die. And man, I just had this role. I was about to pay him $2,000, and now he doesn't want to die. So I'm going to give this character to somebody else. You're not dying in real life, man.
Listen, you can pull other directors can hear you like being like, I don't want to participate in this role, and they automatically cut you off their list.
Sure.
I mean, yeah.
Like, look.
I mean, I just don't want to get, you know what I'm saying, with my fans and the watchers, you know what I'm saying, that feeling like, oh my God,
I've been offered roles where I'm got an axe and I'm cutting a tree. I don't know how to have an axe when I'm cutting a tree, but I submitted for that role.
Right. I love dying. I love dying in movies, bro, because I know my work is done.
You don't know. We already know someone right now. Adam was here.
I'm going to the
we
house.
talked about
Yeah, like, give me my check. I'm going home. I get to go home now. Y'all still upset? I'm sorry. I'm going home.
I wish I would have died in Squad 2.
You did not die. You just disappeared.
I'm so dedicated.
So what happened to the other guy? I don't know.
Now you got under the table,
The
y'all.
dude that brought the money.
He went from being to being
Now you could be in the next movie.
Right now you still alive.
Squad
to do
three.
that.
Next movie.
He in Squad 3.
Hey, Squad 3 right now.
But
Hey,
Daddy
you already
still got the
know.
money. Y'all didn't think about
I
that.
still got the money.
He still got the money.
Yeah, you still do got the money. Yeah, what happened to your character?
He hit him
ran
in
off.
the
What happened to your character?
What happened to your
and y'all ain't even go back for the money. Deli sitting there under the table with the money and the drugs.
Still, yeah, like he just wanted to assume
That
not to
was
laugh.
a real
started a whole
exchange
new
right
life.
there. You gonna walk out the back door, or y'all went out the back. He gonna
Hey,
walk
Ray,
out
man,
the
we
back.
up for making a spinoff to your movie right now, bro.
Hey, I gotta be
Look,
the
Ray
nigga
out
off the
right
next
now.
day.
Oh, Ray
Hey,
doing
say
the
it again.
comedy
See
show.
what I mean?
Hey, shout out to Ray Mel. He doing this comedy show right now.
Shout out, right? Shout out, right?
Shout out, Ray.
Big right.
So,
Yeah, so that's
we
my.
see you, boy.
So anybody else got some personal news before we move on to world news?
We got to do the commercial before we move on to the next topic.
It's 20 minutes already?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. 20 minutes go by quick. All right, so yeah, we're going to roll a commercial break. We're going to be back with more TMI. Y'all stay tuned. I'll let your boy, it's your boy, Pablo, TMI,
We are.
show on Red Line Radio.
On everybody, it is $10 from $10 Tuesday. And you know, I really hate doing home improvement, but I love the way it looks. So what I do is I call Williams Construction and Home Improvement. They fix bathrooms, windows, kitchens, sliding doors, and much more. Give Will a call today at 440-731-7654 and tell him Redline sent you. He get your house looking right in no time. Yo, Dave, I'm trying to go out to Vegas and get wasted. You know where I can go get something?
Tim, it's funny you should ask me because I got the perfect spot for you to go and get tore from the floor up and get the best tequila in Vegas.
Say, where's that?
That is Rusty's First Saloon.
Okay, say, where I'm trying to see what that'd be like.
Yeah, make sure you stop in there, stop and see my homeboy Mike. Tell him that Redline Radio from Cleveland, Ohio sent you there.
Bet. I'm about to go see Mike right now.
They were voted the best hole in the wall bar in Vegas. What's that spot name again?
The Rusty Spur Saloon, you said.
That's right. They are located in fabulous Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, yeah, that's the spot.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jess from She Vibes, and Detroit Auto Parts is the official parts store of Red Line Radio. They have two convenient locations on the east side, East 200th Street. You'll call 216-531-7373, or the west side, Pearl Road, at 216-398-7373. Mention Red Line Radio and receive 10% off your purchase. And always remember, it's definitely a vibe.
What's good, y'all? It's Shy from She Vibes, and I'm coming to y'all about Fitch Trash Bin Cleaning Service LLC. Trash bin cleaning and pressure washing. Fitch Trash Bin Cleaning is a locally owned, eco-friendly trash bin cleaning service in Northwest Ohio, servicing North Ridge and surrounding areas. You can reach Fitz at 440-752-1533 or ftbcusa.com. Brandon at ftbcusa.com or facebook.com/ftbcusa. Mention Redline Radio while you book a service and receive 10% off the first service. And while you at it, make sure you tune in to She Vibes on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. EST. It's a vibe.
Comedian Sean Boyd from Just Therapy. I got to talk to you about something important. Growing Wings Adult Services. You know, they're actually the official sponsor of the new state-of-the-art Studio 2 for Redline Radio LLC. But Growing Wings Adult Services, they have been in business for 5 years. They have 5 years experience of working with adults with disabilities. If you need more information, you got to call my girl Lisa. Call her at 234-334-7547. Don't forget Growing Wings Adult Services, and make sure you ask for Lisa.
Yeah. Welcome back, people. Welcome back. Yeah, my show on Red Line Radio. It's your boy, Hole, Pablo. So, now that we're back on the show, we gave our speeches and gave our apologies and let everybody know what we're going to try not to say as we say things with words and sounds and things. They all sound like blah, blah. There's got to be a word now. I don't know. Blah, blah, Straight up, this is a word. This is a sound. All right. So now, to the news. What's up, news? 5 Memphis officers, police officers, were fired over the death of Tyree Nichols. Tyree Nichols died 3 days after he was arrested and hospitalized. The Memphis Police Department announced Friday, this comes from ABC News, that it had fired 5 police officers following their investigation to the recent death of a Memphis man after confrontation with the police. The officers, yeah, that's what they call it. The officers were identified as Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Emmett Martin III, Desmond Mills Jr., and Justin Smith. The department tweeted, oh, don't get offended. Oh, brother. We said black. Oh, geez. Tadarius and Demetrius. Emmett Martin III. That man got Emmett Till and Martin Luther King's name in his name.
The third, black people on the
Desmond. I've never met a European man named Desmond. I've never met a. I know plenty of
Desmond is only a.
Justin is the only one that can get a pass.
Yeah, Justin, we got to put the question mark.
Yeah.
The rest of them,
the department tweeted, no, but he does too. It's crazy. All right, the department tweeted that it concluded its administrative investigation into the January 7th death of Tyree Nichols, 29, who was stopped by police for alleged reckless driving. During the encounter with officers, Nichols allegedly ran when approached, causing the officers to pursue Nichols and ultimately apprehend him, police said. Nichols was hospitalized in critical condition after complaining of shortness of breath during the arrest and died 3 days later. Police allege Nichols' cause of death has yet to be released. After thorough review of the circumstances surrounding the incident, we have determined that 5 MPD officers violated multiple department policies, including excessive use of force, duty to intervene, and duty to render aid. The department said in a statement on Friday. Civil rights attorneys Ben Crump and Antonio Romanucci are representing the Nichols family and released a statement Friday responding to firing. They called for justice, transparency, and accountability. The FBI is now involved as well. So, you know what's crazy in this is telling? They were fired once the police cam footage was released, which lets me know they had to do some really bad. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think they had to do some really bad. They won't fall under the blue privilege.
No, because usually police officers they get suspended without leave if it's like without I mean they get suspended with pay. You know what I'm saying?
Have the footage been released?
Not to the public. It's only been seen by
I would love to see that
by their board. Now that's why I say for the public not to see it, because usually when police officers they see their own police footage, they don't get fired or even reprimanded until it comes out into the public and it's an outcry from the public. The fact that the police department is like, man, this is bad.
And they used to get
we gotta there's not no suspension without pay. We gotta fire y'all. And y'all black. Like they had to do some messed up stuff to this brother. And the thing is just like, every time, I don't know why in this country we feel like just because a black man doesn't get murdered by the police every single day, that we feel like it's not a problem. And I'm pretty sure they do.
It is certain conflict. Because I remember I was watching something about an officer in Texas. He went against the penal code. And whoever the lady was that was talking to him, whoever she was that was investigating him, she was like, no, that sounds like your penal code. That's not our penal code. Because a lot of people had ended up getting hurt, injured behind the things he was doing. Forcibly taking him out of the car and, hurt him, strangling him, and we see that going on a lot. That's what's wrong.
What?
Cops using excessive
force.
Cops rewriting the rules. Their job is to protect and serve.
Yeah. That's pretty much what we're talking about.
What people don't know, people don't know is COP is a acronym for Community Operations Police. And it's supposed to be protection, but they turned it to police. That's what COP means. They supposed to protect in the community. The community. They supposed to walk their beats. They supposed to know who in their community, who not in their community, who needs asthma medicine, who needs you to come by their house at night because baby and them on the corner be doing some stuff. That's what they're supposed to do. Peace officers, yeah.
But these are police.
That's why they changed cops to police, because they didn't want to continue to follow that policy.
But that's all they can operate under because of their status and the fact that they swore an oath. But that's gonna get deeper into some other stuff. I start talking about
right,
that.
we're gonna do another one because I was about to go right there with you. So we're gonna pull it back. We're gonna pull it back. I swear to God, I was about to go right there with you.
Yeah, we gotta stay on topic.
But yes, for Tyree, like imagine one simple traffic violation. One traffic violation. You got a cop that pull up behind you. He want to see your license. He want to see your registration. You comply. Next thing you know, here come another cop car. And another cop car. Now you got, 5? You got 5 police officers standing there harassing and beating on you for a traffic violation.
I'm still trying to figure out how there's hundreds of mass shootings and those dudes get taken alive.
Mm-hmm.
But you have all of these situations where a person kills nobody and they're unarmed and they end up dead.
Oh, the music went on?
That doesn't make no sense to me.
Exactly.
Whatsoever. And here's the thing. It's not because I learned this the hard way. And friend of mine, we got thrown by the cops when we were like 15. Well, no, it was younger than that. It was like 14.
Yeah,
We was like
my
in,
brother went through that.
we was like in the 9th grade, and it was by black cops. It's when it comes down to the police, one thing, it's not a racist thing as far as like, you know, white cops versus white people. It's cops versus civilians. You know what I'm saying? Because white cops, it don't matter. Once they throw on that suit and that badge, that gun may
They become blue.
like
They become blue. They not black or white. They blue.
I actually was told, I was talking to a police officer about this. Well, he was a former cop or whatever. He would tell me, he was like, yeah. He was like, I asked him, I was like, if an officer commits a crime in the process of trying to catch a per se suspect or a criminal, would you arrest him at that point in time? Is that a crime? He was like, no. He was like, we won't snitch on each other. I was like, you won't? He was like, yeah, if the criminals got a code, then why shouldn't we? I was like, because you guys are so basically what you're telling me is you guys utilize the same tactics as criminals. So what makes you different from criminals? So because my thing is, because I've never in my life heard or seen, maybe it happened maybe twice, where an officer is using excessive force and other officers arrest that officer right there. Not having no way. Because here's the thing: if a cop sees me punching you in the face, I'm getting arrested on site, right? They're not gonna send me home, and then like do an investigation. Right. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just at that.
Like Kyle, they let him go home.
It's like they're not gonna do it to me. But if the police officer is committing a crime in front of other cops, have you ever seen the cops like stop that cop or like arrest that cop?
Let me answer. As somebody who has a criminal justice degree, 5 words, you can off for everything. That's why they ain't being arrested. That's why they ain't going to trial. That's why they ain't being convicted. They say, I fear for my life. As long as that comes up, they are entitled to match. What is it? Crime with crime. So it's supposed to be.
And if one cop fears for his life, that means they can all use
force. Like what happened with the 167 shots? 50.
George Zimmerman wasn't even a cop. People forget that he was not a cop.
But he used those 5 words.
I fear for my life and was able to kill a kid, a teenager, because he chased him down, was getting his ass beat, and then shot him, which is crazy. So we got these officers and so many other cases. I mean, like at this point in time, like it's like.
I hate to go back to that, but I just want to point out, like, how is Trayvon Martin a threat? When I got my phone in my hand, I'm talking to girl. I got what was it, a Snapple and Skittles in my other hand. Why am I upset? My hands are tied up.
Well, this brother, how was like at this point in time he's running away from the cops, right? Now, and here's the thing, right? If you break into my house and you could like kill everybody in my house, right? And you're running away, and if I shoot you in the back,
you're going to jail.
I'm going to jail.
You're no longer in an imminent threat.
It's like stand your ground.
But here,
because you can.
Because
if he's looking at you,
yeah,
you
can stand. Yeah.
The minute he turns his back,
you can't shoot him
you're
in the
no
back.
longer in imminent danger.
Right.
You have to be in imminent danger in order to say I can shoot him.
Hence,
imminent danger means it's immediate. I can't go nowhere.
Right.
He about to kill me right now.
Right. Yeah. So that's the difference. Now, in this case, and this is probably why these officers was fired, because here's the thing. Now, people say have times changed, or they really haven't changed this, that, and the third. Yeah. It's all. It's a yes and no. Because here's the thing. This 20 years ago, it probably wouldn't even been reported.
I was gonna say
there was no body camera. There was no body cams, none of that, right? And officers, they was just killing people.
Go back to the 60s when you have officers who are also KKK members.
Back in the day, that still happens now.
But it was real. Go back and watch Roseville. That's a great movie. That's
a good movie. But my thing is, it's not changed. Nothing has changed.
Nothing.
Just-
I agree with you. Nothing has
we
changed.
just can see it
The
happening more
only
in
thing
our
that changed is they ain't
Still
putting
getting
them on
off.
they're not putting them on the they're not changing them. They're shooting them.
Mhm.
That's the only thing that changed.
The way that they kill
That's,
us is changing.
that's the only thing.
They're still killing
What
us.
they have to say to get away with it is changing.
Well,
And it-
Russell and I can't remember her name. It's 167, 167. When we was watching that trial, everybody was like, "Oh, they gonna go to jail. They gonna go to jail." And I sat there with my family and I told them like, me and my grandfather debated. I'm like, they ain't going to jail. He like, why do you think so? They killed him because they said they feared for their life. That is get out of jail free card. You could be walking down the street and you go and what's his name? Mike Brown. He was no danger to him. But they feared for their life.
So they say he was walking towards them, which is garbage.
Same Mark Rice was playing with a gun. That's a toy gun. Or it had an orange tube on it. No, he was playing. He was at Cadell. He was at Cadell Park. He playing with his little. He got a little toy gun. This is a BB gun, but it got an orange tip on it. Well, pistol, got an orange tip on it. Yeah.
Right.
Within less than 10 seconds, he was dead.
Yeah. But like I said, you have people that shot up schools. You got people that like committed mass murder, and they either had a chance to kill themselves or they were apprehended of Dylan Roof.
Dylan Roof.
He's on trial. Like he's on trial. Like the dude that shot up the Utah Theater is on trial. You know, they didn't fit for the officers in that case didn't fit for their lives. Right.
Dylan Roof was a Burger King.
So it goes to the crux of do we like when people say, "Oh, defund the police," you know.
I don't think defunding the police is the answer. Like people go and they do the rally, defund the police. Okay, you can defund the police, but we get rid of the bad guys.
Then you're gonna have crooked cops because they're broke.
All you do is create crooked cops.
No, I didn't.
I don't know if they thought about that, but all you doing is creating crooked cops.
Well, we already got them.
They still gonna pay their bills. Y'all ever work on JoJo who work on the corner who sell drugs, and they make sure JoJo stay in business while Bobby over there they arrested everybody in his family to make sure JoJo cover all the corners.
You know what's crazy? I went to Ohio. You went to OMS, right? I went to OMS, right? How long were we in school for? Ohio Middle School? A year? 2 months? Like it's a year, right? You know, we actually had to spend more time learning how to talk on the radio than a cop does have to train to be on the street. Now, if I don't put things in perspective for people, we talk. We're not in charge of protecting people's lives right now. I'm not trying to save a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are literally right here talking. We did more time in class to do this than cops do to be put with the gun, mace, badge,
I
on
ain't
the
gonna
street.
lie to y'all. I got 2 criminal justice degrees. I definitely signed up for the force.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So the only thing that stopped me from going in is a culinary injury. They said I couldn't go through the physical training. But you are completely right. The test is easy. The
Cosmetology school.
is easy.
They do more work.
That's what they do. I did more work at cosmetology school than I did in going into the police force.
And that is that I'm sorry for anybody. This is y'all want to know how to solve the police brutality problem off top? For one, this is what you do. Look. That's it. But
Out the hood.
here's the thing. But then that's all relative because now we acting like this country ain't set up economically where for the majority of people that's not possible. It's not like people could just pull out a whole bunch of money out the back of their ass. So, I don't never like to talk like that because there's people that work their butts off and they just can't help the fact that the people at their job is not paying because it's not enough. And then what? Everybody gonna be a drug dealer? You know what I'm saying? There's not enough businesses.
Get some real solid knowledge on the laws and rights.
Let me follow up with you. Hold on. Let me follow up with you. Because as somebody who worked where I was working overtime, let me tell y'all this. If you work anything over 10 hours of overtime, you are now paying the government at 75%. That means your whole check over overtime is going right back to you. I was working about 30, 40 hours of overtime and ain't none of that coming my check. They was taking $1,500 in taxes from me.
I'll be damned.
But yeah, like, but for
That's
one,
a whole lot of money.
police brutality, keeping it is where, for one, it should be like 4 years of school, college.
So did y'all see the story of the girl that got punched in the face by the police?
Yeah.
Again, police brutality.
Yeah. She, like,
In this situation.
Yeah, I saw that.
They was trying to do an arrest. Of course, she was trying to get away. So she was definitely resisting away. Arrest.
Trying not to be kidnapped.
Yeah, exactly.
Or trying not to be yoked up.
And they
Like,
probably
two
hadn't
men on one
they
woman.
probably hadn't read her Miranda. They probably hadn't told her what she was arrested for. So she was definitely being kidnapped and she was trying to escape. But they used that as the opportunity. A cop punched her like 7 times. This is a female.
Right.
7 times. I don't even know what to count. In her face.
All they say is
That's
really-
my theory.
Are we talking about concussions? Are we talking about broken bones? Are we talking about I can't bring this is like in your face where your bones that control everything is.
yeah, one of the ways that we could definitely, we need to, like, cops need to, in order to be a cop, you have to, it should be like worse than college.
I think they should have to serve it
They
in
are
the
not
community for a
about
year.
to change they're not about to change the cop procedures
They're not,
and
'cause it works for
policies
them.
because
It works for them.
and they about to change the public school system. They're not
You're
about to
right.
change
It
none of
works
that.
for them.
I was
Public
just,
school changes the system is
For sure.
training our black men
man, I
to go
really
to
wish I
prison.
could finish a statement.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to follow up on Deli
My
tips.
fault. My fault.
I'm
'Cause
sorry.
I feel
Y'all have at it.
I feel
No,
strongly
I'm
too. My
sorry.
fault. I was just saying, like, I think these cops are scared of real action. That's why they target people that don't have feelings, aren't people that we, you know what I'm saying, we talk about.
I need you to get your feet off the table, sir.
It's not that simple.
Nigga, nah.
It's not that simple.
What what I go through
But
sitting
they
next to
scared
this
of real
guy.
action. It could be a shootout going on, bang bang, shoot them up all over the city, and it's like, oh,
So yeah, back to my statement as I was saying before that I could never finish.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna let him
We
finish.
might want to start training cops to be. Yeah, all right, thank you. So we might. I don't want to be rude or nothing.
you did.
Cut his mic off, bro.
He said, cut his mic off, bro.
No, I'm serious though. All right, so look, 'cause I'm not gonna get interrupted. All right, so I'll let everybody have it. So yeah, but cops should definitely, you know what I'm saying, they need to be trained more. Yeah, we can say that they're not gonna change. Do that. But and here's the thing, we can either say they can't or at least lay some solutions down on the table and start really looking at, because we can say can't this, can't that. So what are we gonna do? Just let them keep on killing us? I say we treat them like the public
But
servants
once
that they
again,
are.
they have developed a whole group that's meant to police the police, and the police is still doing what they want to do.
Internal affairs. Now, for
No,
anybody,
it ain't internal affairs. They have a group and it's led by black people that is meant to police the police.
Right.
And
Well,
it's
it's-
very
it should definitely be more training.
Definitely.
Like I'm talking about like 4 to 8 year courses, like, and then depending on where you're at. So say for instance, if you're an officer, you're going to be put into a high crime area, right? The same way if you're going to be a doctor that's about to be a brain surgeon, you have to go to school for more than 4 years in medical, right? So if they're going to be putting you in a high crime area, you should have to train. You know what I'm saying? For like, I ain't talking about a year. You feel me? You, in order to be an officer, a police officer, you have to go through the academy for, I would say, 6 to 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm talking about psychology courses. You should also have to be put through psychology tests to see where your mental is at. You know what I'm saying?
Crisis therapeutic intervention.
All like communication skills. And before you even give them a gun, you need to, whatever community you're about to be put at, you should have to go out there and meet the people in the community.
I was
You
gonna
know what
say
I'm
they
saying?
should have to go into where you see MRDD patients, and you can understand the difference between somebody
Volunteer.
who's
You should-
crazy
they
or
should-
somebody who's suffering from a disease
Because
that
if
they
you
have
really want to serve your
disorder they
community,
have no control over.
right? If you really want to serve your community and protect it, you should be put through the ringer.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Why could I have to go through more school to talk on the radio and work a camera than somebody who's assigned to
Nurses is like 6
to
7
stop
years.
people from being
Protect the
murdered,
community.
to save people's lives,
Doctors
to
is
stop
like
kidnapping.
10 years.
You feel me?
I got a question. So it says that do you know that they do not have to go through any other trainings? That's just at the job, like we say we take modules
Oh yeah, they
or
do.
something like that.
But I'm saying it's not enough. Whatever they're doing, it's not enough. Whatever they're doing, they need to quadruple it and triple it. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously it's not enough. Because before it's just like this. Hey, you went to school for 4 years. You're still not smart. Guess what? You might need to go for some more to be a doctor. So you know what? We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like you just
I went
like
to
at one point in
crisis,
time, you go ahead.
I went to crisis therapeutic intervention. We did that. I went to tactic negotiations. We did that. We went to through the law. What is it? Criminal law. We did it. Them courses was no longer than 2 months a piece. So if you and then it's a class full of people. You're not getting the training that you need to get. We had about 3 or 4 live training episodes. Everything else, did you know what they trained us the most at? We went to the gun range.
And you know what's crazy? You know when we talk to most police officers, they're not there to like protect. I've never talked to a cop who's like, man, I became a cop so I can protect and serve my community. Yo.
Listen,
I like that. I needed a job. Or there was something like they were hiring. And that's the answers I get.
My daddy was
Or
a cop.
compassionate
so
about what they do.
so at,
Or what?
in training to
or
be a cop,
either being compassionate
I
about
was
what they do.
taught to match force with force. They said, one of y'all got to go home.
Yeah.
Either it's him or it's me. And I'm going to make sure it's me. That's what I was taught.
Yeah. And that's how, and like 99% of the cops are going to say, hey, I'm going home before they do, right?
Exactly.
But here's the problem, though. The cats that y'all are not sitting home, they got nothing to do. They ain't have nobody. We're going to go to commercial break. We're going to give y'all a break. We're going to be right back. Give us 2 minutes. We'll be back. See y'all pretty soon. Please.
That was a
Yeah. Thank you, people. Thank you, people. Hey, Nick, shut the fuck up. We're back on.
Daddy didn't throw the chips far enough.
Yeah, we are back, people. We're in the studio clowning around and stuff and eating chips. And Adrian just like literally told me that she laughed.
She spit them chips.
I have a 25-cent bag of chips on my shoulder
No
now.
dip, it was no dip.
Like
Chips,
a
no
asshole.
dip.
If I scrape this up like a seller at the corner store,
We all got
she did it again. Please finish chewing, Adrian, before you speak. In my direction.
me mad because I saw the chips before he did.
You are making it rain.
That's what we mad about. I got to the chips before he did.
I am mad because I don't have the opportunity to sit on you back now. I wanted to be tit for tat. I can't be petty at all. No pettiness, no pettiness.
No pettiness.
No petty.
So,
No petty. Don't do it. They be
so
happy.
as we coming back to the show before we move on to our next segment, we were talking about police brutality before we left, and I didn't want to leave off on the subject without talking about what happened over there in California. Co-founder of Black Lives Matter, and I just don't have that information pulled up, so I don't have. But was murdered by the police after he was hit on the highway. Called for police assistance, and the police killed him.
Drag them down. Hey, it's me. I called y'all. And why he's flagging, they taking him into jail.
Right. How's that?
He died. He received 70,000 watts
How's that?
of what's it called?
Taser.
The taser.
Yep. So yeah, for anybody that don't think that the police need more training, that we don't need some type of changes to how the police operate, living under a rock.
So remember when we used to say, don't pull your gun out, use the taser. They showed us we're gonna use the taser and we still gonna kill him.
Because a taser could kill you. Like people act like a taser isn't a lethal weapon. If they take one of those tasers and if you hit with the right part of your body, you will die. If they hit you in the neck, you will die. If they hit you in the chest, you will die. If they hit you in your, scrotum.
A taser can send you into cardiac arrest.
Yeah, a taser could paralyze you for life if you hit in your spine.
That is live voltage.
It will third
going
degree
through
burn
your
you.
body.
It will destroy you. If you get hit in the head with a taser, your brain will explode.
Yes, your brain will explode.
There's only a few spots in your body that you get hit with a taser to kill you. It might snap your leg. It will actually break your leg.
I was gonna say, and if it's here,
Atlanta some years ago.
if
So,
it's here,
what's
it's
your
on
point,
your artery.
Oh, here's the article. Damn, I can't see it, Tim.
A
Should I turn
cousin
the
of
screen?
Black Lives Matter co-founder.
Oh, thank you.
Please,
I got it.
thank you, because I can see it.
It's okay, cool. I can see.
I was trying.
No problem, Ray. It's all right, Ray Charles. All right. Tell him. It's okay. I can't see.
Okay.
Pull that back up, Tim.
Like you totally get.
No, I can't see. All right. A cousin of Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrice Cullors died after a Los Angeles police officer used a taser on him repeatedly following a traffic accident. The incident happened on January 3rd and involved Los Angeles resident Keenan Darnell Anderson. The police department released body camera video of Anderson's arrest Wednesday. Police said Anderson was involved in the accident and tried to flee. Collar said her cousin flagged down the police and was asking for help. And not a single time did any of the responsive officers listen to him. She said in a phone call, Anderson, 31, a black man, died at the hospital after he suffered a medical emergency about 4.5 hours after he was arrested. Kelly Muniz is a police spokesperson and said in a video statement, the situation began around 3:35 p.m. when a Los Angeles police officer was flagged down about a traffic accident, Muniz said. Witnesses directed the officer to Anderson, who they indicated had caused the vehicle accident, she said. The body camera video shows Anderson in the middle of the street. Please help me, he tells the officer before he runs away. The officer tells Anderson, get off to the side, the video shows. In response, Anderson says someone is trying to kill him. Anderson eventually gets on the sidewalk and puts his hands in the air. I didn't mean to, he tells the officer. The officer instructs Anderson to get up against the wall, the video shows. Anderson instead drops to his knees and puts his hands behind his head. Please, sir, I didn't mean to, sir. Please, I'm sorry, Anderson said, according to the video. Anderson tells the officer that he lost his key and had someone fix his car. After Anderson says again that someone is trying to kill him, the officer asks whom he's talking about. I had a stunt today, Anderson responds. I had a stunt today, sir. I need to, no. Nunez said. Anderson stayed on the ground for several minutes. However, as additional officers arrived, Anderson suddenly attempted to flee the location by running into the middle of the street. She said in the video statement. The officer gave chase and ordered Anderson to stop. Anderson ultimately stopped and was ordered to get on the ground. As the officers attempted to take Anderson into custody, he became increasingly agitated, uncooperative, and resisted the officers. The body camera video shows Anderson lying on his back in the middle of the street in front of a car. Several officers tell him to turn over on his stomach, and when he does not, they grab him in the video. Police, sir, don't do this, Anderson says in the video. Please help me, please. They trying to kill me. But I ain't mean to do it like that. I did not mean to do it like that. Tim, why are you laughing?
Sorry. I'm a comedian. I think all that's different. I'm always thinking a comedian.
Thank you. Please help me, please. They trying to kill me. Please, 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 please. The officer tell Anderson that if he does not stop resisting, they will taser him. The video shows one officer who appears to be black placing his elbow on Anderson's neck to pin him to the ground. At one point, Anderson yells, "They're trying to George Floyd me." Mm-hmm. As Anderson and the police struggle, the officer is seen in the video deploying his taser repeatedly. He is later handcuffed and placed in an ambulance to be evaluated for the taser deployment, according to Nunez in the video. He died at the hospital around 8:15 January 3rd. All right, I'm gonna cut it.
Why they ain't telling how many watts he got?
Well,
They making it look good for the cops. Tell how many watts he got. 70,000.
yeah, they said they repeatedly tasered him, so I figured it had to
But
be
you know
more
how
than
much
two.
repeatedly you got to get 70,000?
Well, those tasers probably pack like I would say
Okay, about
25, so probably maybe 3 times.
1,000, but not like 25. They might pack like 250.
But once the taser is deployed, it's on the string. You can't like
But
reshoot it.
you right, but the rest of the officers.
Yeah, so
I sent you the video. Go back and watch.
Yeah.
Every single officer deployed, they take it. Every single officer.
how many? Now I've seen this. I've seen videos of like white guys like straight up fighting with the cops.
One with a knife.
Yeah.
They get wrestled down and cuffed, right?
Yeah. Now, and I'm gonna tell you, like, as I'm reading the story, and I can hear the people out there. There are people that's gonna say, "Well, he should have never resisted, and that's what happened." You know,
That's what they're going to say.
or he shouldn't have ran, and you going.
He was probably a criminal. He probably had a warrant for his arrest. The court was probably stolen. That's what we're going to hear.
I like the authority.
Listening to that story really made me want to cry because this man begged for help. He begged. He let them know, I'm not trying to resist. Please don't George Floyd me. Help me, please. I'm sorry. It goes back to, remember the boy who was playing the violin for the cat?
Mhm.
And they held him down and gave him that medicine. And he's begging, like, please don't do this. I'm sorry.
Right.
Like,
Here's my thing, though. How old are we?
I'm 38.
When in hell has that ever worked with the police talking to them?
Never.
Shut the fuck up. You know what? They say G's move in silence, right? When I like, because here's the thing, and what do happen to do should have not happened. True enough. But I'm also like, if you have enough knowledge in your head to say they're trying to George Floyd me, you had that much knowledge in your head, bro. Like,
Just later.
sometimes, like, look, it's you got to pick and choose your battles. You got 5 cops out there. You think talking to them saying, please, 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 officer, what are bro, I feel you on that, but dog, like, listen, I had my ass beat by cops before. You feel me? I'll tell y'all the story about me and the police down south Alabama. It was about to be a snowstorm of 1 inch, right? Because they shut down the whole city. I'm glad y'all caught that.
We ain't gonna do that.
We're gonna
We
get
ain't
10
gonna
more
do that
behind
for
that.
Alabama.
We're gonna get like
We
11
ain't gonna do
behind
that. We ain't gonna do that.
So,
We ain't doing that.
But
No.
we hear you.
So I go up to the city, I grab some greenery, partner hit me up like, hey, it's about to, get bad out here with 1 inch of snow. And I need some and I need some diapers for my baby. So I was like, yeah, I'll come pick you up because I don't want you to get trapped in your house under this 1 inch of snow. What are we gonna do? And so we get pulled over. And before we get pulled over, like the cop, I remember I'm at the red light and the cop was sitting in this parking lot next to us. And I could see the cop behind me on my left. And so we at the red light, we waiting for cars to pass. And I could make it right, but I was waiting for cars to pass, right? I see the cop come out of the parking lot. And my rear view was pull up behind us. I told my partner we're about to get blurred. We get blurred. So the cop comes to the car. He's like, you know why I pulled you over? Now this is back when I was just like a rebel, and I literally forgot that I had greenery on. Not forget, but I was like, yo, what's this? And so he was like, you know I pulled you over? I'm like, no. He was like, you ran a stop sign. I'm like, no, I didn't. I was like, I just pulled out the gas station, which I did. I literally pulled out the gas station. I was like, I ain't run no stop sign. I wasn't even by no stop sign. I pulled out the gas station. She was like, yeah, you did. So I was like, yeah, that didn't happen. And so I was like, I need your badge number. He was like, I don't have to give you my badge number. I was like, yes, you do. He was like, what law is that? I'm like, since the cop's been invented, give me that badge number. He was like, it's going to be on the citation. I was like, yeah, that's what's up. But I also want it for my own personal keep. I need that badge number. Oh, and by the way, I have my mother on my cell phone on speaker, so she's hearing everything. And that's what I always do anytime I get pulled over by the police. I call somebody and I just leave them on speaker so they could be and hear a witness as everything that's going on, so I can have another witness to what's being said and what's being spoken. Smart.
They getting smarter now. They take your cell phone.
Yeah, they're going to take it there. I don't have to tell them that I have it.
You know gotta get the car camera.
They're going to have to go in my car to get it because it's going to be right there under the seat. I've already taken my phone. They're going to have to hang up on the person right there.
They always find probable cause to go in your car.
Yeah, they do. So, and this was their probable cause, and so there was like,
I smell weed.
No, that wasn't it. And so there was like, your boy, he has a warrant for unpaid ticket, and so he was like, I don't have one, and so he was like, I need his name and information, so he gave him information. They come back to my car. They was like, you have a warrant for an unpaid ticket. I was like, no, I don't. And it was like, yeah, you do. I was like, no, here's my receipt. I went to court last week. You see what that says? Zero. Balance. Zero, right? And so he was like, well, you're going to have to take that up with a judge. And I'm like, you're taking that with the judge right now. You see that? And so then it was like, oh, well, we're going to have to do a spread search. And I was like, what is a spread search? It's like, we got to search the passenger side of your vehicle. You got to step out the car. But by this time, it's 8 cops out there. You feel me? And so at this point in time, I know that I know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So I told my partner, don't say shit. Keep your mouth closed. Just do what they say. You feel me? We ain't about to win this battle, bro. You know what I'm saying? So just get out the car, let them search. They go, they find the green. They was like, whoa, what is this? Whoa, they was like, they found 8 kilos. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, where is this from? I was like, officer, and I straight up told him, I was like, officer, you found that in my vehicle, but it's plenty of people right around in my car, so I don't know. I don't know where that came from. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to tell you. You feel me? And so they put us in the back of the police car. They was like, we got to take us downtown. They pat us down. So I'm like, all right, cool. They pat us down. They put us in cuffs. We in the back seat. Key part about the story, the officer on his iPod was listening to Tupac. And this is a rider, and I told him to turn that off. You're not worthy to listen to Tupac. I was like, man, what you doing? I was highly offended. I'm like, how are you listening to Tupac? And he was a white cop. How are you offended? You're a white cop. The rest of the black man listening to Tupac. How are you even? You can't even do that on your job, bro. I mean, so like he actually turned it off because so my partner he leaned over to me. He was like, "Hey man, I still know you." I was like, "Well, he already patted us down. Don't say shit. Your mouth closed." You know what I'm saying? We get downtown. They take us out the car. They pat us down again.
They're gonna pat you down again.
Yeah, they pat us down again. They find out on me. They pat him down. They find the little whatever he had on him. And I was like, I thought you guys didn't say you didn't know where the green was at. And so this little bastard, he was like, I got it from him, pointing at me.
Damn.
But this is how much of a G I am, though, right? So I told the officer, I'm like, sir, you didn't find anything on my person. You know what I'm saying? You didn't find anything on me personally, so you cannot take that into a court of law of any type of nature. I'm sorry, sir, but that's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? So they took us to the hotel cell. This dude, he over here crying, sniffling. Man, my mama, she gonna put me up the house, man. I'm crying. And I'll tell him, I'm like, bro, don't say nothing. And at this time, I'm so pissed though, I started bleeding out my mouth and out my nose, out of nowhere. So I'm just spitting out blood everywhere, just spitting blood, right?
This is one of them times where I want to say the words that I can't say to describe that person that needs this description.
Yeah, but people though. So make a long story short, I did a week, right? You know what I'm saying? I get out.
He a PAN.
Yeah, and so I get out, and I walk over into internal. I get out. I walk over to internal affairs, right? Fill out this fill out this, you know what I'm saying, everything that happened, whatever. And I didn't touch my pot, do old buddy that. I didn't do nothing to him because I ain't gonna even go to that part of the story about what happened afterwards. But I did the right thing. And so now I go to court, right? First day I'm in court. All the cops is there. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't know. My lawyer was like, yo, they got to send the grain off to get it tested to see if it's real grain. And I did not see it, and there was nothing of that in evidence. So more than likely, they took it. You know what I'm saying? So you pretty much don't have nothing to worry about, right? You know what I'm saying? So long story short, I go to court 3 more times. Last day of court, none of the officers showed
I
up.
was gonna say they don't keep showing.
None of the officers. Yeah, it was like less officers each time, right?
They only get paid for the first appearance.
You feel me? Each time. And
I
so,
didn't hear that from you.
and so by the end of it, I get all my charges get thrown out, everything. You know what I'm saying? I walk out that joint scot-free. You feel me? Whoop-de-whoop, right? More to the story is this, though. Now, I knew they violated my rights from the get-go.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? From the off top. And this is what we have to be cognizant of as Black people, right? Because, and also in my head, because I am traumatized by this, I done seen so many instances where brothers try to plead their case and it goes absolutely horribly wrong.
Yeah.
It never works.
It never works. Because the judge is going to side with him.
Plead it, bro. What you gonna do? Shoot it out with them? You're not gonna win either way. You don't say nothing.
Listen, me and Dudley were trying to introduce that whole new law thing. Listen, from jump start, you didn't have to roll your window down. You could have put your ID up against the door. They can see it. You don't have. They use that roll my window down so they can sniff and see. Part 2, you showed him proof that ticket was paid. At that time, he never told you you are under arrest for this ticket. He has no right to search your passenger.
Yeah, I know. That's why everything got threw out. See, that's what I'm saying. And at that point in time, I knew all my rights were being violated. From the moment they asked me to roll my window down. Mm-hmm. And this is the key thing about this. But I also knew they weren't going to get off my ass because of the fact that, you know what I'm saying? You got 2 Black dudes. Exactly. They wanted it. And then here's the thing. The city was, like, you know how much money they made off of both of us being locked up for that week?
Exactly.
You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? The way I looked at it like this. Oh, either way it goes, I'm not going home tonight. You know what I'm saying? So the smartest thing for me to do is keep my mouth shut because I'm gonna beat y'all ass, but in a different way. Because I'm not gonna I'm gonna speak, but I'm gonna speak with my lawyer. You feel me? In court. You did? Because of the fact that I've seen, I don't know, we have over a century of examples of when you try to do the other way, it don't work out. You feel me?
Yes, that.
Hey man, hey, you can't show legal documents on air like that, brother. We're not lawyers.
Listen, we're gonna say it.
Say it.
At no point in time are we giving you legal advice as a lawyer. We are speaking from our educated standpoint.
And educational purposes only.
For sure. So yeah,
we are not in violation of the UAW.
We'll bust us out when we got a lawyer on air. All right, so look. So we're all glad that you have to pay for the show. Like that is so rebellious. All right.
But it is. So, and you see the videos and people be like, how did he get away with it? Please pick up a book. And
if you don't know, here's the key. Just shut your mouth.
That part.
And then I promise you.
Even that don't work though.
What?
Because the contract is law. Even silence is implied acceptance of whatever time.
Did you know
that
them giving you a social security number means they own you?
Yeah. So for anybody that I'm just going off from my example and from other examples I've seen, the best thing to do is not to say nothing. Or if you got that piece of paper he just whipped out. But trying to, you know what I'm saying, argue with the police, fight with the police, and saying all that. That's not the, yeah. So that's literally what I'm
That's
saying.
not the way to go. But if you feel you being violated and you presented that paper or you've informed them, like I've shown you my ID is visible, sir. There's no reason for me to roll down my window. And he assists, ask for a supervisor. Their body cameras are going. You ask for a supervisor. You ask for further authority. So that supervisor is required to follow the rules of the law. And if he doesn't, ask for a lieutenant or a sergeant. Give me a sergeant. Give me a lieutenant. Go up the chain. So you make sure you cover yourself. Because you are right. You don't have to roll down your window. You don't have to identify yourself. That's it. I put my ID up. Listen, and guess what? You don't even have to give them your ID because guess what? When they run your plate, they know who you are. They run your plate. I promise you, the police, before the police pull you over, they have run
Not necessarily because they'll run the plates. No.
That's fact.
No, because if you're driving your mother's car, they're gonna run the plates. Yeah, and they're gonna identify as your mother if that's your mother's car.
But that's when
so they don't know who you are.
That's when they have a right to question you further.
Identify yourself.
Yeah, that's when they have a right to question you
So
further.
all I'm saying is they ran the plates. They still don't know who you are in the car because
But
you drive
what
somebody
we're
else's
talking
car.
about, I get you right. If they run the place and you don't fit the description of the person that the place owns, they have a right to go to the next step and ask you to identify.
That's all I'm
yourself.
saying.
But if they run the place and they walk up to that window and they see that you are the person who is on that because your picture shows up, they do not have the right to ask you for further ID. They have already identified you. They have already identified that you are the owner of this vehicle.
But if you don't have registration,
You don't need them. You register it at the BMV. You don't have to give them another registration. They already got it.
okay, well,
They do. Everything comes up in the system.
Right.
They know when you got it. They know when it expired. They see the ticket on the back that tell you when it expired. Police want you to roll down your window because they are looking for probable cause.
word.
And I'm telling you this as I went through the academy. They are looking for probable cause. Anything they see once you roll down that window, you have voluntarily rolled down your window.
And most people do that without even thinking about it.
Yeah, and so I got the right to look in your car. Boom, I see a paper on the floor, or I see a piece of a cigarette on the floor.
You could have just came from a baking ceremony and have some flour in your back seat.
Exactly.
They'd be like, oh, that looks like cocaine.
Yes. Now they got probable
I
cause.
just fried some chicken.
That looks like cocaine.
And that's the sad part is that's true. As you can have that flour, you could have, and now
You could have just came from making a movie as a special effects guy and have like some bloody blankets in your back
makes you
seat.
good.
But you know what though? Depending on the situation, you might want to check them out, officers. Because I'm just saying. That dude talking about it's just old meat. And I'm
No, see, in those situations where you know you could prove
I'm
your
saying-
innocence, that's when you want to cooperate.
profile him. That might be Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm just saying. Certain people, I'm just saying, based off of history, certain people we need to profile. The dude is saying, "Oh, that's just old rotted meat." I'm checking that. You might want to just check that trunk, officer.
No,
That's not old rotted meat. If I was a cop, if I roll up on any dude wearing his t-shirt tucked in, he's talking about it's just rotted meat. I'm sorry, sir. Get ass out the car. I'm profiling you.
Here's something you want to get on camera because they have body cameras. And if they start going through your car, these are the words you want to say. I do not give you permission to my vehicle.
Never give consent. to any of
That goes to court. You didn't give
The thing
consent.
is, you don't even want to identify yourself.
Exactly.
You want them to identify themselves. They are public servants.
Yes.
Treat
They are
them as such.
required.
Our taxes,
They're required
our
to
taxes pay
identify
their
themselves.
salary. Technically, they
Yes.
work for us.
They are
People don't
required
forget
to
that.
identify themselves. But listen,
They're
if
not
you
our
go-
principals.
If you
And our
require, if you
teachers
tell
out here,
them,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't give you consent to search my vehicle, and they search it and they find something and they use that as an arrest, it's called fruit of the poisonous
Who
tree.
turned that car?
So everything that they found after that is thrown out of court.
Who calling that term for police officers? Calling them authority?
I have no idea.
Who's because I've never
did.
The authorities. You ever heard that term
I
when they call them
definitely
the
did.
authorities? Hey, contact your local authorities. What? My local what? Authorities.
Authorities means you have the authority over me to tell me what I do. Authority means I'm your slave.
I like how they slip that in there.
That's what authority means.
That's what
Oh, you mean contact my local public servants? That's what you should say. Because that's what they are. They're public service, like a firefighter.
And I need everybody to say
But
this one word. One word. If you ever get pulled over by the police, all you gotta do is say one word. I promise y'all. Lawyer.
No.
Lawyer. Anything they do
They all
after
work
that,
together.
they do.
They all
But
work together.
listen, when I was in law school, one of my teachers taught me that law cases are won on the golf course. I had to learn golf
Make sure y'all got a lawyer.
because
Yeah, this is
in
for
the
educational and
courtroom,
entertainment purposes only.
in the courtroom, they've already decided your fate. They decided that at the golf cart. They decided that at the cigar lounge. They know when they coming into that room.
Wherever they filed that paperwork against.
Exactly.
And wherever
Prosecutors,
court you walk into,
defense
identifying
attorneys,
yourself
the
as that
judge,
person.
they all have met together and they all know what your fate gonna be.
What about the jury?
Ain't no jury involved.
So here, let me tell you this: the jury is okay. They want to seem like they given a fair trial because at the end of the day, the judge is the person who sentenced you. And even if a jury found you guilty,
Mhm.
and the judge doesn't feel like it should have been with what's the boy's name, Tory Lane. Ooh, I'm gonna get in trouble for that one. If the judge comes back and says, I don't see where there was enough evidence for this sentence, that judge can throw that whole guilty conviction out. Same thing as up at the Capitol. They can use the electoral vote and say, I know y'all voted him as the president, but I'm gonna use the electoral vote to say
I'm not gonna. I've never heard of.
When you went to law school, did they teach you about color of law or colorable courts?
We're gonna have to research that one.
How long did they spend on that?
Not a lot. So it's like one of them like this is here, read it, and let's go on to the next subject.
Yeah, that's something that they want you to skip over because they setting y'all up in a position to commit fraud for a living.
Listen to the word lawyer, liar.
It's like those are spelled.
You don't have to be spelled the same. You get it.
Lawyer.
Liar.
Dia said that in the movie, remember?
Man, listen, turn next mic off.
I can't say it.
Just think about the fact that when you graduate from you have to pass the bar exam, which is a British registry, if I'm not mistaken. That's a whole foreign entity. So the fact that they're even allowing you guys to practice law in a foreign country against foreigners is fraud in itself. That's color of law.
So what the bar exam means, if you go into a courtroom, that separation between the visitors and where your prosecutors and your lawyers and your criminals, you see that thing that's the bar. That says you have permission to cross over this line. That's what a bar exam is. That's it. That's all.
And then they forced the citizens, U.S. citizens, to do that as well, and they're not even aware of the symbolism of them crossing that bar.
Exactly.
And now it puts you in their jurisdiction.
Yes, now you're in their jurisdiction. Now they have full jurisdiction over you. So that means anything you say can be anything you say can be used against you. When you cross that bar, that's what they throw it in there.
Interesting.
So when I'm gonna be honest, we go back to when I said cases are won on the golf cart or in the cigar room. When that judge have you sit up there and give your statement, it's just a formality. It's just an appearance.
Just to make you think it's fair.
Just for the clerk of court to put it on record, so it looks like you had a fair trial. So you cannot appeal.
It's documented. There's a paper trail.
Exactly. You had fair trial. You can't use that as an appeal. That's what they do that for.
Court happens way before the court.
Hey, you know what's crazy? When you think about how many overturned convictions they've had in like the last 10 years.
Why are you doing?
Like how how many overturned convictions they had in the last 10 years?
That's because
More
of
people were serving like 25, 30 years in jail for crimes they didn't commit. You feel me?
people plant evidence, they ignore
But
evidence.
here's the secret
They
part
don't,
about it.
Uh,
That means that the
push-
person who actually did commit those
They got
crimes was
away.
still out there.
Mhm.
And I also think, this is just my little conspiracy theory, and this is my opinion. A lot of like crimes and that goes unsolved per se, or like innocent people get locked up. I think a lot of those crimes be committed by
Police?
Yeah.
I do too.
I think a lot of serial killers where they don't catch them.
I think so. Remember back.
Or it could just be police.
Remember back, it was like 2 years ago where we had the
like they're involved.
Wait,
You see what I'm
we had
saying?
we had the big war
just me,
where
though.
it was like St. Clair versus Harvard, and nobody could figure out who started the war. I swear to God, I thought it was the police.
That's not like here's the thing. If I'm a say for instance, and this is just me as a normal civilian thinking. So just imagine these thoughts and ideas do get crossed by in those rooms. I'm a police chief. I'm a police chief, and I'm trying to get funded from officers. I'm trying to get me a raise and add on to my pitch and things of that nature. If my city, or if there are certain areas in my area that doesn't have crime going on, and it's something for my officers to do, unless I'm living in like Pepper Pike, you feel me? How are we gonna get funded? Especially if you're in a low income area district. Oh, we have to have people getting arrested. You gotta have crime. The gangs aren't beefing? That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And all it takes is, because they have black officers, white officers, Hispanic officers, all it takes is a situation to happen to kick something else off.
It's called a quota.
Yeah. And
You have to meet your quota at the end of the day.
they did that with the Black Panthers. They had like and the thing is, they even if there was, say for instance, there was beef between two groups, and those groups decided to call it truce. The police
will come in and kill that truth.
and kick it right back up.
He gonna go kill this person from that side. He gonna kill this person from that side. Now y'all thinking y'all done killed each other. Then he'll go whole beef.
Yeah.
They put on blackface.
Hey, they lie on snitches. They'll lie and say, hey, if you don't give us this information, we're gonna put out to the street that you was. That person is up dead. Now, but they got a case on the people who killed him now.
If y'all really
Rico, easy.
Really,
that's an easy Rico.
Really
go
and watch true crime. Like I watch true crime every night. Go watch these true crime episodes. Listen to them when they say, especially on the first 48, they be like, we're gonna tell him we already got the fingerprints back. So he'll confess. Man, it's fingerprints.
They'll come with a fake hair. But and here's the thing too. It's now when you're dealing like with civilians, I ain't talk about like cats that fancy themselves in the criminal underworld. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talk about people that fancy themselves in the criminal world, because what you get into is cops robbers. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about civilians. You know what I'm saying? They use all those different types of tactics for, you know what I'm saying? Across the board, they'll come in with a fake hair. Hey, we got your hair. You know what I'm saying? Well, and the thing is, it's just like this though. Keep in mind, people, you can outsmart the system.
Oh, here's a good one. When they tell you, they say, your partner already confessed. We already know what you did.
They did that on me when I was in junior high. I was like, all right, let me. And I straight up told them, this is how I actually got expelled. Because my partner stole some clothes from the boys' locker room, and I was with him, but I didn't know what he was doing. You feel me? But I'm never gonna, you know what I'm saying? And so like, they say he's so allegedly per se, and so like they got us. And they got us in the office or whatever, and it was like, yeah, he told us that you took the stuff. I was like, for real? It was like, yeah, we got it on tape. I was like, what? Let me hear the tape. I was like, you're not gonna let you hear the tape. I'm like, why not? If you said he said it,
yeah, exactly, and that's what you're supposed to say. If they tell you your partner already snitched and he told them everything that happened,
all you got to do is just tell us the truth for real. Let's listen to the tape.
You say, if you already know everything that happened, you don't need me to say nothing.
Yeah, so I'm like, so why am I here then?
Right? You know. I ain't saying that.
And that's
this is what you say.
And so we both got kicked out.
That's what I say. Lawyer.
Y'all funny.
Lawyer.
You feel me? Like, yeah. So look, without further ado, people, it is the 12 o'clock a.m. hour, which means it's tomorrow, it's Sunday, which also means that TMI show is now over. We would like to thank everybody for tuning in. We had a really dope show tonight. As I said before, we're no longer going to like over accentuate the words fuck, ass, shit, bitch, nigga, penis.
Let me point out when we said the Negro, it
Ding-a-ling.
really says knee, Knee, and the word grow. So we wasn't saying the other word. We were saying yo Negro.
I was speaking Spanish. You know, so yeah, we love y'all and we know y'all hate us. Well, look, we're gonna see y'all next week.
Y'all hate us, but y'all love to watch us.
We'll see y'all next Saturday.
Y'all don't know what we're gonna say next.
Y'all have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy your week. TMI show on Redline Radio LLC.